Good afternoon and welcome. R.A. Fagnall Hall on the campus of Elmhurst College. Luke Tanaka here, delighted to bring you Elmhurst women's basketball on Blue Jay TV. Today we have the one-word Blue Jays, the Elmhurst College Blue Jays, and they're facing the two-word Blue Jays, the Westminster College Blue Jays. Both teams' mascots are the Blue Jays. They just decided to spell it in two different ways. So glad to have you alongside as we have the battle of the Blue Jays and a battle of 1-0 teams, the second day of the CCIW SLIAC Challenge, as the tip is fought for and controlled eventually by Claire Monroe of the Elmhurst. Both teams won their games yesterday as this is dumped into McMahon, who is fouled. First foul of the game, it'll be on Tyler Goins, number 32, who actually did not play. I should say Goins, who did not play in yesterday's game, as McMahon's first free throw is good, and we are underway and on the scoreboard. Goins did not play in yesterday's game against Milliken, but is starting today at forward for the Westminster College Blue Jays. Bringing up the floor, Mackenzie Haddix, point guard for Westminster. She's joined on the floor right now by Sadie Teroff. Number 23, Andrea Zalis. Number 44, Danielle Williams, and Taylor Goins. Swinging around to the far side, now driving to her right, unable to find any room. That was Goins. Back out here's Teroff. That's a two-pointer. It's going to be well short. Trying to save it was Haddix, but she was on the line. And so the Blue Jays will have possession. Michaela Eppard, one of the starters today for the Blue Jays, will inbound it. Katie Swanson and Claire Monroe, they're two of the guards. Other guard, Hannah Lippman, number 33, joined in the front court by Eppard and Fiona McMahon, who is currently handling the ball at the top. Lippman is going to take it. That's a three. She got it. Blue Jays lead 5-0 early on. Basket by Hannah Lippman. Lippman, a sophomore from Chicago, Queen of Peace High School. Driving into the lane is Goins. No basket. It's going to be on the floor is the foul. First foul charge to Michaela Eppard. First team foul for the Blue Jays. Too many steps there. That was Zalis receiving the ball. One too many steps for the referee, and it'll be turned over to the Blue Jays. 5-0 early on. Westminster showing a little bit of full court press. Perhaps trying to trap Lippman in the corner there, but nice outlet pass to Swanson. Monroe open for three. Just off the mark. Rebound battled for, and there'll be a foul called. Second consecutive foul called on Michaela Eppard. And subbing in for her will be Melanie Schwertman, as Eppard has a quick two fouls to open this contest. Schwertman, second leading scorer on the Blue Jays last year. Did most of her damage in non-conference play, putting up a couple of 20-point games for the Blue Jays. Struggled a little bit more in conference play, and we'll see if, I'm sure Tethny Carrillo and the coaching staff hoping that Schwertman can get going as that basket. Zalis with the basket there, putting Westminster on the board. It's 5-2. Swanson, new point guard for the Blue Jays after Karen Sinnett, two-time all-conference player, left. She was a senior last year and graduated. Here's Swanson from the corner, just a bit short. Rebound battled for and controlled by Zalis. Teroff was calling for the ball in the corner, but it didn't quite get to her, and Goins will control at the top of the key. Tough pass, controlled well by Zalis. She's guarded by Schwertman. Teroff now driving is Goins, lifting up a high shot that's rebounded by McMahon. Fiona McMahon, certainly the player to watch for the Blue Jays, as that's a foul called. Teroff, it'll be her first. Second team foul, first for Teroff. Littman, lots of pressure on her, so they'll dump it down to McMahon. Turnaround jumper is no good. Schwerdman battled for the rebound, but lost it out of bounds. It'll be Westminster basketball. Elmhurst, coached by Tethna Carrillo, very excited about this season after last year. 14 wins in a CCIW tournament berth, and a berth that they really did a lot with as they pushed one of the top-ranked teams in the nation, Carthage, to the brink. There's a three on the far side, but an offensive rebound made, battled for, stripped around. Ball still out of control. Finally, Goins will end up with it. The shot was by Zales. Here's a shot from the near side, and Haddix is going to be fouled, and she'll have 3 free throws. McMahon's first foul will send Haddix to the line for 3. As for Westminster, yesterday they got a 75-70 win over Milliken right here at R.A. Fagnall Hall. First free throw bounces off the front of the rim and then off to the side. 2 more free throws coming for Haddix, who led the second leading scorer yesterday, I should say. Most all-around player, led in rebounds for Westminster, as that free throw is good. Haddix, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists for the Westminster Blue Jays yesterday in their 75-70 win over Milliken. 5-4 now as Westminster has cut into the lead. It's about 3.5 minutes in. Claire Monroe, foot on the line, it's good. Claire Monroe from the near corner gets on the board. She had 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists in yesterday's game and yesterday's win over Greenville for the Blue Jays. That's going to be a foul on Schwertman. It'll be Schwertman's first on the drive by Haddix, and Haddix will go to the line once again, this time shooting 2. Fourth team foul for the Elmhurst Blue Jays. Haddix first free throw once again off the front of the iron and no good. 1 more free throw coming for Haddix. Haddix, a junior from Washington, Missouri. Makes the second one, nothing but net. Seven to 5, Elmhurst Blue Jays in the early going. Nice entry pass to McMahon, who lays it as an easy lay-in. Hannah Lippman give the assist to her. A nice play by her to get the ball into McMahon in space. And that's something you're going to see a lot from these Elmhurst College Blue Jays. A lot of dumping down to their big front court. McMahon, leading scorer last year, leading rebounder, one of the best teams, one of the best players, I should say, in the CCIW. Is that's going to be an and one for Goins. Goins drove to her left. Pass came from Teroff to the far side. Goins driving to her right, then laid it in with her right hand, stronger right hand. And she'll go for 1 free throw now to make it a 3-point play. Free throw is no good. Rebound to Schwertman, who's looking for an outlet pass, and it's Swanson. Katie Swanson dribbling at the top of the key to the near side in Monroe. At the elbow to McMahon, swinging around to Littman. Back in towards Schwertman, who puts it up and just misses, but gets her own board. Schwertman with the offensive board off her own miss. Swung back around to Littman on the far side. Still looking to get the ball inside. McMahon wants it. They're unable to get it to her. Littman, pass to McMahon. Thought about the shot from the free throw line, but didn't take it. Still plenty of time with 15 on the shot clock. Tough shot for McMahon, but it's no good, and now a foul will be charged to Schwertman. It'll be her second as she reached over the back. Sixth team foul on the Blue Jays, and they call timeout, their first timeout of this first half. So glad you could join us. Elmhurst College women's basketball. It's the battle of the Blue Jays here at R.A. Fagnall Hall, Westminster and Elmhurst. Elmhurst in the lead so far 9-7. Just about 5 minutes into this contest. During this timeout, like to give a shout out to a couple of people watching us today all the way from Minnesota, the grandparents of freshman Michaela Eppard, who were able to watch the first game of Eppard's career yesterday here at R.A. Fagnall Hall. She's a freshman from Englewood, Colorado. Marv and Jan Eppard So glad you could join us on Blue Jay TV. Eppert, a freshman starting for the Blue Jays, and played her first college game yesterday. Struggled a little bit from the floor, went 2 of 10, but played 30 minutes and 30 good minutes in a win for Elmhurst. Driving with the ball was Haddix, but she lost it. Turnover. And it'll be Elmhurst basketball. Chelsea Samuels has checked into the game for the Blue Jays out of the timeout, as has Kayla Jones, number 1. A couple new bodies on the floor for the Blue Jays. And a couple new forwards as the Blue Jays go small. Really with four guards. Swanson, Monroe, Littman, and Jones, and then Samuels in the middle. Here is Jones from the baseline, makes it, and it's good. Kayla Jones getting on the score sheet. Her first basket of the game, she's got 2. Tear off at the top of the key, again, giving it to Goins. Goins tried to drive to her left, a good defense by Jones. Pump faking down to Danielle Williams, trying to back down Samuels, and it's an offensive foul. Danielle Williams a little too vigorous with the hip check. That'll be the first foul on her. Krista Armentrout will check in for Williams, who got her first foul. And the more press by Westminster, but nice job of breaking it by the Blue Jays. Here's Monroe with her left hand, and it's good. Claire Monroe has 4. Tied for the lead with the Blue Jays with McMahon. Haddix tried to go behind her back, but lost it for a second, able to regroup before giving up the turnover. Haddix trying to drive baseline. Good defense by Littman, trying to trap her now. And eventually the ball is stolen. Samuels and Littman combine on the steal, and the Blue Jays are out and running. The Elmhurst Blue Jays, I should say. That ball will go out of bounds off of tear-off. It'll be Blue Jay basketball. Elmhurst Blue Jays in the lighter blue, going from right to left. Westminster Blue Jays in the darker blue. As here is Littman from downtown, no good. Kayla Jones is going to save it deep, and Monroe is going to track it down. Nice play by Elmhurst. And now a great pass from Swanson to Littman, and 1. Check out this replay. You're going to see the miss. Jones is going to save it out to Claire Monroe. The outlet to Swanson, and then a great pass to find Littman down low for the easy lay-in, and 1. Littman has 1 shot. She's got 5 points to lead the Blue Jays. And her free throw's good. The foul was charged to Goins. It's her second. 4th team foul for Westminster. Nice pass from Goins, but it's stolen away. Claire Monroe got the hand in it, and Samuels was able to collect it, and the Blue Jays trying to go on a nice run here, now leading by 9. Shot by Monroe is wild and no good, but she gets her own rebound. And Katie Swanson at the top of the key controlling. Littman driving to her left is fouled once again. This time it's Zales. Got a 30-second timeout taken by Westminster. So you'd have to say the story of last season for these Elmhurst College Blue Jays was unfortunately an inability to finish games. And you take a look at a couple of games, including their game against nationally ranked Wisconsin Whitewater on the road. They led by double digits in that one, ended up losing by 14. That was their first loss of the year. They were 4-1 at that point. And just a couple of times last year where they had leads and were just unable to finish the game, including right here against Wheaton in January, their second conference game. They ended up losing that one by 8, but they did have a lead in that one. But it was very impressive the way that they came back after losing to Carthage by almost 40 the first time they played them on the road. Then playing at Carthage in the CCIW tournament and having a lead in that one, and led for much of the first half in that one, and then ended up losing by 9. But that's something that Technic Carrillo really is focusing on with this team, and she believes that the depth in their bench will do wonders for them in that department. Kayla Jones from outside, just inside the three-point line, and it's good for Kayla Jones. Elmhurst really shooting well in the early going here. 25% from downtown, 50% overall from the field. And another turnover from the Westminster Blue Jays. A travel. We'll give it back to Elmhurst. Blue Jays going on a 9-0 run, currently still on it. Kayla Jones just holding the ball. They got to get it over half court soon. Samuels dribbling, and she'll get it over half court, but she's trapped. Good outlet pass, and the Blue Jays will try to set up the offense. Open, Summerlin for three, no good. Rebound to Jones, though. Lots of second chance opportunities for the Elmhurst Blue Jays in the early going. Littman trying to find an open pass, tries to find Samuels, lifted it way over her head, but it was tipped. Elmhurst will continue to retain possession with 18 on the shot clock. And the referees will actually chat about this. I did not think that anybody got a hand on that pass. I just think it was an errant pass in general from Littman. So we'll see what the referees decide. I thought it went over everybody. I will bring over the third referee as well to talk about this one. And it will be Westminster basketball. Casey Caston is checked in as the point guard for Westminster. She's got the ball now. Trapped for a minute, but now it'll be a shot by Zalis. It's just off the mark, but the rebound goes back to Gatson. Swing it around to the far side, trying to find inside. And Armitrout traveled. Another turnover from Westminster. Blue Jays, the home Blue Jays, still on a 9-0 run. Kayla Jones trying to avoid the trap. Nice crossover move all the way into the paint. Gives it off to Samuels. Will take a shot from the elbow, and it's good. Chelsea Samuels on the score sheet. Check out the replay. It's a really nice drive by Jones. Westminster stopped the ball, but she found Samuels for the easy two. Littman always aggressive on defense, batting that one out. Good hustle by her as Monroe will check out. Swanson back into the game. 20-7 Elmhurst leads. They're currently on an 11-0 run after the score was 9-7 in the early going. 11 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this first half. Blue Jays with a nice lead. Samuels got a hand on that one, and another steal for the Blue Jays. Turnovers abound for Westminster in this first half, and Elmhurst is taking great advantage of it. 13-point lead. Jones driving baseline, pulls up for a jumper. No good, it was short. Rebound to Samuels, but she lost it. Zalis got a hand on it. Samuels' pass wasn't quite assertive enough to get all the way to Jones, and then the lay-in on the other side by Armentrout. First basket of the game for Armentrout. Stops the Elmhurst 11-0 run. Here's Jones, baseline once again. This one rattles in and out. Jones, hard foul there on Haddix. It'll be Jones's first foul. I believe 7th on the team. So that'll mean free throws, 1-1 for Westminster. Courtney Spencer checks in, seeing her first action of the game. Hannah Littman will take a seat. Mackenzie Haddix, 1-1. And another sub, Michaela Eppard back into the game, replacing Chelsea Samuels. Haven't seen Fiona McMahon for a while now. She's got one foul. So that could be something that head coach Tetna Carrillo is taking into account. As McMahon did have a tendency to get in foul trouble last year, and that's another foul on Westminster this time. 6th team foul on Westminster. First on Haddix. Couple of subs into the game for Westminster. Danielle Solmzelski is one of them. Katie Swanson at the top of the key. Giving off for Spencer. Up to the top of the key in Summerlin, looking for Eppard down low, couldn't quite find her, but Spencer will control on the near baseline and get fouled by Getson. Sixth team foul on Westminster. One more, and Elmhurst will be in the bonus. Westminster already in the bonus with 10 minutes to go, halfway through this first half. 20-9. Elmhurst leads. Entry pass to Eppard. Nice play. Katie Swanson to find the freshman Eppard. You'll see here, pass comes back to Swanson right here, and then Swanson able to do the nice entry pass to Eppard for the easy 2. And that's something you'll see often from these Elmhurst Blue Jays as Gatson gets on the score sheet for 2. Elmhurst loves to start the offense from one side of the court, swing it around to the other side, and then dump it into their front court, and their very strong front court. McMahon, Schwertman, now the freshman Eppard showing some nice play as that'll be a block. Another foul, this time Gruber, the guilty party, and Elmhurst will shoot 1 and 1. It'll be Katie Swanson. Katie Swanson, 82.5% from the free throw stripe last year, makes her first. First points for her on the game, 23-11. Elmhurst leads. 9 minutes, 22 seconds remain in this first half. Swanson's second free throw rattles and it drops. This is Gatson. His chance of defense coming from the Elmhurst bench. Tear off on the far side. Nice crossover move, but it was blocked by Summerlin. And the ball will stay with Westminster with 16 seconds to shoot. Still haven't seen Fiona McMahon in a while. That was a wild shot. It looked like Gatson got tripped up. Nice pass to her. And Gatson will head to the line for 2. Eighth team foul for the Blue Jays, and Getson hits the first. Danielle Williams checking back in, replacing Armentrout. Second free throw from Gatson is nothing but net. Swanson and Jones playing catch up to Eppard and then back to Jones. Still 4 guards on the floor for Elmhurst as that ball is tipped by Williams and stolen for Westminster. One of the few turnovers we've seen from the Blue Jays so far. Swanson fouls Gatson. She couldn't believe it. She thought she got all ball, but Gatson will go back to the free throw line once again. Take a look at it one more time. Nice move by Gatson. Swanson perhaps got a little bit of the right arm of Gatson, and so Gatson heading to the free throw line. First foul on Katie Swanson as Monroe checks back in, as does Hannah Lippman. Summerlin heads out, as does Swanson. McMahon is now headed to the end of the bench, but has not decided to check in at the scorer's table just yet. I think I would not be surprised to see Westminster try to exploit the height advantage. Danielle Williams in the game. Michaela Eppard most likely guarding her down low. Little bit of a height advantage. We'll see if Westminster tries to exploit that on their next possession. But for now, it's the Blue Jays. Nice cross-court pass from the elbow. It's Lippman, and it's good. Hannah Lippman. Lippman has 8 to lead all scorers. The Blue Jays lead 26-15 as Fiona McMahon gets set to check in. For 3, Gatson just short. Jones and Solmsky were battling for the rebound. And a foul on Westminster. It'll be on Solmsky. Check that. It's actually on Williams. 8th team foul on Westminster. Zales checks in. Zomsky will check out. McMahon is back in. First action she's seen since early in this half. Blue Jays have done well even without their star player as Eppard hits her first of the front end of the 1-1. Second free throw is good as well. Nothing but net from Michaela Eppard. Calm, cool, and collected, and smooth at the free throw stripe. Getson with the ball on the near side. Inlet pass to Danielle Williams, guarded well by McMahon. Williams trying to back in on McMahon. And a tough shot, and she gets it to go. Danielle Williams looking for a call. Her first points of the game. Bringing out Westminster to within 11. That shot by Littman, running floater, is no good, and Westminster with a rebound once again, looking to make a run here. Eppard guarding the smaller tear-off. Trying to drive baseline was Zales. Littman got a hand in there. Good defense by her. Defensive specialist, I suppose you could say, for this Blue Jay team. Always lots of effort from Hannah Littman. Hands up, hands always active. As you saw right there, getting that ball out of bounds. 15 on the shot clock for Westminster. Driving with nobody there. Lay-in is just a little bit too strong from Haddix. She had an open lane. Perhaps thought she may have been fouled and pushed her layup a little too far. Here's Courtney Spencer on the near side. Up to the top of the key, Claire Monroe for three. It's no good. Rebound to Westminster and Zales. Kenzie Haddix, outlet pass. Gruber on the near side, swing it around to Zales. Down low, and Williams couldn't even get over to that pass. Picked off by Spencer. Nice pass to Eppard. Eppard a little too strong. Rebound Gruber, but stolen back by Monroe. Bounce pass to Littman, and Littman lays it in. And a timeout will be taken by Westminster. This is just a bit of a crazy scenario on the replay here. Stolen by Monroe, and then the easy bounce pass and two for Littman. Couple of turnovers, couple of steals in that, and it'll be a 30-second timeout for Westminster, with Elmhurst leading 30-17, 6 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the half. Last year, these two teams played at Westminster in the CCIW SLIAX Challenge, with Elmhurst coming out on top, 76-52, in front of a attendance of 350. Fiona McMahon led all scorers with 17 in that game. Melanie Schwartman was the high rebounder with 8. And talking about Schwartman in her scoring last year, the next day she had 21 against Greenville. Go 2 games later, she had 22 against Beloit. 2 games later, she had 21 against Coe, and then that started a streak of 3 straight 20-point games for Schwartman as she went 24 against IIT and 27 against Fontbonne. So certainly she has a nose for offense as that ball is tipped away in the air. Monroe probably could have let it go for their own possession, but instead touched it. It'll be Westminster basketball. But Schwartman really did a number in the non-conference schedule, but then really struggled in conference play, although did have 22 in the Blue Jays' first meeting against North Central. We'll see if Schwartman early in the season can get the offense going. Fouled by Littman, who can't believe it. Zales on the drive. Another foul on Hannah Littman. Just her first. On the floor for the Blue Jays, Eppard, McMahon, Littman, Spencer, and Monroe, as the first shot from Zales is good. But now Schwartman will check in for McMahon as McMahon sits once again. Gatson, Haddix, Zales, Williams, and Gruber on the floor for Westminster. Long rebound, tipped by Gruber out of bounds. Elmhurst basketball, just over 6.5 minutes to play. 12-point lead for Elmhurst. Courtney Spencer bringing it up the floor. Here's Hannah Littman. Dribbling to her right, looking for some spacing for Monroe. Gets it back to Eppard. Eppard drives to her left, outlet pass to Spencer. Back down to the middle, and Schwartman. By Monroe looking for options. Decides to dribble to her right. Finds Spencer. Back to Schwartman on the baseline. No good. Rebound to Gruber. Elmhurst has gone cold so far. Say the last 4 or 5 minutes. Still lead by 12 as they played very good defense, limiting Westminster just 18 points. Here's Gatson for 3, and it's good. Casey Gatson puts herself into the single Westminster lead with this shot you will see on the replay. Swung around all the way to Gatson, who pops it for 3. Now Claire Monroe on the other side for 3. Claire Monroe for 3. Monroe has 7, and the answer, Blue Jays still leading by 12. Screen by Williams. It was a little too vigorous for the referee. She moved, stepped into that screen, and it'll be an offensive foul on Danielle Williams, her 3rd. Looking back at that Gatson 3. One more time. Good drive, and the outlet pass by Haddix. Gatson able to hit the 3, but then Monroe answers. Here's Monroe. They doubled her, so it left Schwartman open. Great job by Monroe to find the open player, and Schwartman will head to the line for 2. Haddix's 2nd foul. 2 shots for Schwartman as she heads to the line. First free throw is good. Schwartman last year, just a 69% free throw shooter, but made her first there. Second one's on the way. It is good as well. First points of the game for Melanie Schwartman. Schwartman, who, as I mentioned before, got her offense started early last season. As that ball is stolen and controlled by Elmhurst. 15 minutes for her yesterday, just 1 point for Melanie Schwartman in yesterday's win over Greenville. Inlet pass to Schwartman once again. One dribble, puts it up, and it's good. Melanie Schwartman, 4 points in a row for her. She's got 4 on the game as we check it out one more time. Saved by Westminster, and then in the chaos, put up and in by Schwartman. Another Westminster turnover. Gives the ball back to the Blue Jays. 9 turnovers in the first half so far for Westminster. Just 3 for Elmhurst. Elmhurst leading the bench point battle 8-6. 4 of those points coming just recently from Melanie Schwartman. She's calling for it again. Schwartman backs in, lays it up. Tough shot, no good. No foul called. Rebound to Westminster. Outlet pass tear off. Littman with the active hands, able to get the steal. Spencer back down the court. 37-21, Elmhurst leads. Inlet pass looking for Eppard, possibly looking for Littman, who is cutting. Eppard couldn't quite get to that one on the full extension. 4th turnover of the game for Elmhurst. And check that, we actually have 13. I thought it was more turnovers for Westminster. 13 turnovers in the first half for Westminster. And that has really allowed the Blue Jays and the Elmhurst Blue Jays to get a lead like they have now. Zealous for 3, no good. Rebound initially controlled by Armentrout, but instead Schwartman able to beat her to it. Littman has the outlet pass to Eppard. She finds her. Eppard lays it up, no good. But she will go to the line for 2. Gruber's 2nd foul, as you see right here. Great pass by Littman. It was a 2-on-1. Littman waited till the last second, found Eppard with the pass. Eppard just couldn't quite get the layup to go, but she'll go to the line for 2. First one just short. Eppard has 4. Her 4th free throw of the day is good. She's 3 for 4 from the stripe today. 5 points. She'll check out. Chelsea Samuels back in. Number 20 for Elmhurst. Gatson seeing lots of the time at point guard off the bench. She had 13 yesterday in Westminster's 75-70 win over Milliken. Here is Gatson once again controlling at the top of the key. Off to Gruber. Teroff on the far side will take a long 3. A little bit too strong. Rebound to Samuels. Melanie Schwartman on the baseline. Rolls in and out, but the rebound to Courtney Spencer. And what a great pass. What a pass. Spencer with the assist to Hannah Littman. Check it out one more time on the replay. Look at this pass, Spencer Littman for 2. Armentrout backing on Schwertman. Kicks it back out to Teroff. 19-point Elmhurst lead. Bounce pass to Zales. Has an open shot. Decides to drive instead on Samuels. Lays it up and in and 1. Third and fourth points of the game for Zales. She'll have a chance to get her 5th to complete the 3-point play from the stripe. Zales led all scorers in yesterday's win over Milliken, 17 points, also had 5 rebounds to add on. Monroe swinging around to Spencer, who's open for 3. Just a little bit too strong. Rebound, Armentrout. Gatson up to Gruber. Gruber driving towards her right. Active hands by Spencer to knock the ball away. Westminster will keep possession on the baseline near side. Sadie Teroff, who had 12 points in yesterday's win over Milliken, will inbound. Remember, this day 2 of the CCIW SLIAC Challenge. Both of these teams came out victorious yesterday. Schwertman bats down that pass, and it finds the hands of Monroe. Driving up the floor, has Samuels to her right. Monroe all the way with her left hand, just in and out. But the rebound ends up on the floor, back to Spencer. Looking for the inlet pass to Schwertman. Backing down Armentrout. Schwertman with the left hand, it's good. Melanie Schwertman. 6 points. Giving Elmhurst a 42-24 lead. There's Schwertman again with the active hands. Monroe with just under 2 to play in this first half. Monroe pass to Littman on the baseline. Tried to get the inlet pass to Samuels, but it wasn't the right decision as a bunch of Westminster players were all in the area. A couple of players set to check in for the Blue Jays, but Zales has it right now. Spinning, trying to get a shot off on Samuels, but could not do so. Teroff driving baseline. Check that. This is Teroff for 3, just a little bit long. Got a little bit of the back iron, but not much of it. As we have a timeout. Timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout taken by Elmhurst. So once again, you'd have to think that the depth of this Blue Jay team is going to help keep them consistent. As last year and in the season preview, Tethnic Carrillo mentioned that they had moments last year where they would play a fantastic 3 to 5 minute stretch, but then totally disappear for the next 5 minutes. And so they're stressing the importance of every single possession, and they think that this new added depth that they have will limit the lulls in the game and all that skill they have coming off the bench. I mean, you see it already. Melanie Schwertman has 6 off the bench. Kayla Jones has 4. And those 2 players combining for the 10 Blue Jay bench points. And so you have to think that that would certainly help. If one player goes cold, then you just throw in another one. And similar to what the Elmhurst men's team did last year. And a reminder, as we have a whistle, offensive foul. Looks like Erica Johnson, who was checked into the game, will be charged for her first. So Erica Johnson charged with the foul. Offensive foul, gives the ball back to Westminster. But once again, back to the Elmhurst men's team. They will be facing these Westminster Blue Jays and the men's team in the second half of our doubleheader. Game set to start at approximately 3 o'clock here at R.A. Fagnall Hall. That's going to be 2 consecutive fouls on Erica Johnson. Tough way to start her campaign here in this game. But nobody seems to be anxious to come off the bench. But the foul sends Armentrout to the line for 2 shots. First one is a little too long. Armentrout, sophomore, Centralia, Missouri. Second free throw is no good. Misses both free throws, and Elmhurst controls, leading by 18. Just hit a minute to play in this first half. Monroe. Pass to Swanson, who's open, but decides not to take the shot. Finds the cutting Lippman. Cross-court pass to Monroe. Baseline floater is well off the mark, but Littman once again controls the rebound. 8 on the shot clock. Swanson needs to find somebody for a shot. Monroe with 4, Monroe with 3, Monroe with 1, and it's well off the mark. Shot clock violation for the Blue Jays. Good defense by Westminster there to limit the good opportunities for the Blue Jays. 34.3 remaining. No chance for a 2-for-1 for Westminster, so they'll probably try to run the clock down as much as possible to limit the Elmhurst opportunity on the other end. Zales holding the ball high, now dribbling to her left. Crossing over to her right hand. Finds Gatson. Gatson taking her time with 10 on the shot clock. Gatson all the way to the rim and good for 2. Casey Gatson. She's got 8. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Littman driving to her left. Baseline shot, and she's fouled with .5 remaining in the half. Very tough shot for Hannah Littman. She got lucky to be fouled there. Hannah Littman at the line. First one is good. Essentially the last play of this first half. Chance to give Elmhurst an 18-point advantage at the break. Smolzinski in for the final half second of this first half. Littman, second free throw is short, and that will be the end of the half. Blue Jays lead 43-26 at the break. We'll be right back with the second half of action and a recap of the stats in about 15 minutes on Blue Jay TV.
I was born and raised in Taiwan and moved here 9 years ago. I'm always the type of person that wants to hang out with other people and meet new people. And because the Elmhurst environment, everyone is so friendly, that just make me feel really comfortable being here. The very first organization I joined was the Alpha Sigma Phi fraternity, and that opened the gate out for me to join other organizations.
Playing college football 4 years is very tough, but it's also very, very rewarding. Through Fellowship of Christian Athletes at Elmhurst College, I think has really helped me grow because, I wasn't the most outgoing guy in the beginning, but as my time went on, just meeting new people, I've kind of stepped out and became, more of a witness in my faith. I think, Fellowship of Christian Athletes has helped that, and I think Elmhurst College has encouraged that.
Elmhurst College definitely helped me grow, as in it made it clear to what I wanted to do. It definitely helped build me as the person that I am now. Lambda Chi also had, a great significance in that, turning me from a young guy, young dude, to a gentleman and to a man. And Elmhurst College, definitely the campus, the atmosphere, the culture, the teachers here, the community itself, it was huge. And I think without Elmhurst College, I wouldn't be prepared for the real life.
I think something I'm very passionate about is Habitat for Humanity, so we fundraise lots of money to go down to New Orleans and just help rebuild any way we can. Something that the locals there always tell us is just make sure you tell the story and make sure everyone back home knows that it's still not okay. And of course I'm getting more mature and stuff, but I think it's the whole community service aspect of my life that has really changed. A lot of my friends I met through Habitat, the more you're involved in, the more you're going to learn and just get to meet lots of people.
Was born in Elmhurst, moved to Wheaton when I was 3 or 4, and came back here for school. I felt that Elmhurst really did give me a chance in knowing what to expect, and it really broke me out of my shell and got me to know people better and to become more involved in general. I have a much broader view, a much greater respect for what else is out there.
One thing I really appreciate about Elmhurst College is the diversity of mindset, both with the students and with the faculty. I had all these constructs of how the world was supposed to work, or how the world did work in my head before I came to Elmhurst and before I attended college. And then slowly as I entered the academic world and the social spheres at Elmhurst, I began to realize the multi-dimensional facets of these spheres and how nothing is really as straightforward as you think it to be when you first enter college. And I think that really helped me expand my worldview. Even though we're all so diverse, there are common threads that we may share in our tradition. You find it and it's there.
My Elmhurst experience, it has helped me already grow hugely as a person and be more aware of myself and my beliefs and my values and what I want to do, what I want to be, where I want to go. And I think that my experience here has put me in touch with a lot of people that can help me get there. Even if it is after I graduate, I feel like they're behind me. So I think that that's really a strength that this school has.
Outside of the classroom, I play for the softball team. I am a member of the J-Lights hip hop dance team. And I'm a member of Black Student Union. I know for sure that BSU is very welcoming to new people of all different kind of backgrounds. BSU has helped me to increase my networking skills a lot. It's a small school that can give you the resources of a big school as well as the individual time that you need that only a small school can give you.
I think that we attract so much attention because of the quality of the education we're getting here. They definitely try to bring the professionalism into the classroom. The faculty are incredible and they're still in the business, which is great for music people. It's nice to take classes and take lessons from teachers that are still performing. You know, music is really a universal language. Being in the performing ensembles was one of the great experiences being here.
Being at Elmhurst definitely makes it easier to get involved if you take the initiative to get involved. When I was a first year, I didn't take that step forward until second semester, and I didn't know what to do with myself. But once I took that step forward, people are so welcoming, and it doesn't matter what you want to get involved in. If you want to, they'll let you. And it's with open arms, and it's really easy to, and no one's going to turn you down. And that's what I liked about it so much, and that's what helped me to expand and broaden my horizons with all my different activities.
Elmhurst College is unique in so many ways.
Here we really do have values, and my professors know the values, and they push me to be those values.
Stewardship and faith and community and service, and it really does bring in kind of a level of just interaction with values that you never go up before.
As you kind of develop yourself over the years, you start to realize these values mean so much more, and you start to uncover the true meaning behind them.
You begin to see equivalencies between your life and the school, and then you discover that you're not just in a place of learning, you're also in a place of growing, you're in a place of maturity and value, exactly that, core values.
Intellectual excellence means allowing our minds to grow in ways that we've never thought they could before. It means exploring those new pathways, seeing how we could do things different. It means stepping outside of our box of what we know and what we're comfortable with and taking those risks to really grow and make things better. I think that's really the core of what intellectual excellence is.
The professors set the standard of intellectual excellence, and that rubs off on the students, and I feel like that's rubbed off on me.
You really have to push yourself. So to know that's actually a value here is pretty important, because that's something I value on my own. So if my college values it as well, that means I really belong here.
To say that Elmhurst College values community, I think, is an understatement. I think Elmhurst College is community in so many ways.
Coming to Elmhurst College, a small college, it has to be about community.
It doesn't really matter who you are or where you've come from. Everyone here will just love you for who you are.
The fact that every individual and every unique person is allowed to be in an environment together and learn from each other and grow with each other.
Just the fact that it's smaller and that you form those one-on-one relationships, it encourages like creativity and questioning and all the things I wanted out of my college experience.
Social responsibility means caring for each individual as a person.
There are all these people and they're all more important
than my general happiness as a single person.
You're not only trying to better yourself, but I feel like it also means it's your job that you better your community too.
Knowing that there's something larger than yourself and that you can play a part in making someone else's life better.
Taking what I learned from my family, that others come before me, and translating that into the entire world.
It's really awesome to be in a place where not only are you worrying about academics, but it's also teaching me how to be a better person.
To me, stewardship is just being responsible, really thinking about your actions.
If I'm going to say that, I believe in this philanthropy, I think we should do this, I need to follow through with my actions.
What I found coming to Elmhurst is that there are lots of people that feel the same way. So it was easy to find a group of people who were so engaged in service and so willing to help.
Kind of made me reflect on, what do I value in life? Why am I here? They really did kind of push me to the next level and make me think about that, and I think that I'm a better person for it.
Values really help shape identity. If you really don't understand your values, you're not really understanding a part of who you are.
I was more sheltered until I came here, and Elmhurst has really kind of made me step out of my comfort zone and learn more about what I want to do and what I believe in.
Places like the chaplain's office and the Niebuhr Center for Faith and Action give me safe places where I can go to discuss my faith and to discuss my values with people that I know I trust and people that I know I can count on to influence me and to lead me in the right direction.
You can never be forced out of your faith or forced into a different kind of faith as long as you're at Elmhurst, that you really are given the ability to take your pick and always have encouragement from your peers, never shunned or excluded or pressured into something else. There's always a place for you.
If you believe you're here on this earth for a reason, that's going to affect the way you live your life. That's going to affect the way you treat your academics, the way you treat your social life, the way you look at your future and the goals that you have. Those things seem like really big things, but all of that boils down to the way you live your everyday life.
We value
intellectual excellence,
community,
social responsibility,
stewardship,
faith, meaning, and values.
Welcome to the cultural season at Elmhurst College. Elmhurst is a place of values and conviction. We were founded by 19th century reformers who believed in human potential, loved learning, and had standards. More than 140 years later, we still do. We still attract students and teachers who want to think for themselves and act on principles, who challenge and respect one another, who engage, serve, and celebrate our diverse, dynamic, interdependent world. A few years ago, to be clear about things, we wrote down our core values. This year, we asked some of our students what those values mean to them.
Elmhurst College is unique in so many ways.
Here we really do have values, and my professors know the values, and they push me to be those values.
Stewardship and faith and community and service, and it really does bring in kind of a level of just interaction with values that you never got before.
But as you kind of develop yourself over the years, you start to realize these values mean so much more, and you start to uncover the true meaning behind them.
You begin to see equivalencies between your life and the school, and then you discover that you're not just in a place of learning, you're also in a place of growing, you're in a place of maturity and value, exactly that, core values.
Intellectual excellence means allowing our minds to grow in ways that we've never thought they could before. It means exploring those new pathways, seeing how we could do things different. It means stepping outside of our box of what we know and what we're comfortable with and taking those risks to really grow and make things better. I think that's really the core of what intellectual excellence is.
The professors set the standard of intellectual excellence, and that rubs off on the students, and I feel like that's rubbed off on me.
You really have to push yourself. So to know that's actually a value here is pretty important, because that's something I value on my own. So if my college values it as well, that means I really belong here.
To say that Elmhurst College values community, I think, is an understatement. I think Elmhurst College is community in so many ways.
Coming to Elmhurst College, a small college, it has to be about community.
It doesn't really matter who you are or where you've come from. Everyone here will just love you for who you are.
The fact that every individual and every unique person is allowed to be in an environment together and learn from each other and grow with each other.
Just the fact that it's smaller and that you form those one-on-one relationships, it encourages like creativity and questioning and all the things I wanted out of my college experience.
Social responsibility means caring for each individual as a person.
There are all these people and they're all more important than my general happiness as a single person.
You're not only trying to better yourself, but I feel like it also means it's your job that you better your community too.
Knowing that there's something larger than yourself and that you can play a part in making someone else's life better.
Taking what I learned from my family, that others come before me, and translating that into the entire world.
It's really awesome to be in a place where not only are you worrying about academics, but it's also teaching me how to be a better person.
To me, stewardship is just being responsible, really thinking about your actions.
If I'm going to say that, I believe in this philanthropy, I think we should do this, I need to follow through with my actions.
What I found coming to Elmhurst is that there are lots of people that feel the same way. So it was easy to find a group of people who were so engaged in service and so willing to help.
Kind of made me reflect on, what do I value in life? Why am I here? They really did kind of push me to the next level and make me think about that, and I think that I'm a better person for it.
Values really help shape identity. If you really don't understand your values, you're not really understanding a part of who you are.
I was more sheltered until I came here, and Elmhurst has really kind of made me step out of my comfort zone and learn more about what I want to do and what I believe in.
Places like the chaplain's office and the Niebuhr Center for Faith and Action give me safe places where I can go to discuss my faith and to discuss my values with people that I know, I trust, and people that I know I can count on to influence me and to lead me in the right.
Welcome back. Second half of the Battle of the Blue Jays. Elmhurst leads Westminster 43-26 at the break. Let's go through some statistics really quickly. Interesting stat, Fiona McMahon has only played 7 minutes. She had 2 early personal fouls, so that didn't much of her, but she is on the floor to start this second half. Leaders for the Blue Jays, Hannah Lippman has 13 points, 2 rebounds. Melanie Schwertman, leader in rebounds with 3. She's got 6 points off the bench. Second leading scorer for the Blue Jays, and the Elmhurst Blue Jays, I should say, in this Battle of the Blue Jays. Claire Monroe, 7 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Hannah Lippman, with her 13 points, also has 3 assists. Westminster, the story really was turnovers and points off turnovers in that first half. Elmhurst, 19 points off turnovers to Westminster's 4. Westminster had 16 turnovers in that first half, and that's why where we are now. Leaders for Westminster, 11 points for Casey Gatson, number 4, and 6 points for Andrea Zalis, number 23, check that. There is Zalis, inlet pass to Williams. Over the shorter upper, basket is good. Danielle Williams. Third and fourth points of the game. Here's Hannah Lippman driving with her left hand all the way, but she's blocked by Zalis. Nice defensive play by Zalis. Here she is now, outlet pass to Teroff for 3, no good. Rebound, offensive rebound to Taylor Goins. Starting point guard, Mackenzie Haddix controlling at the top of the key. Now driving towards her right. Goins driving into the key once again. This time it's Williams. Wide open on the far side is Haddix for 3. She got it. Mackenzie Haddix and the Westminster Blue Jays are off to a 5-0 run, to start this half. As you see the skip pass, defensive misassignment for the Blue Jays. But now trying to make up for it is Lippman, and she is fouled. Williams will be charged with the foul. It's her 3rd. So watch out for that as Danielle Williams, 3 fouls already, just over a minute into the second half, and Hannah Lippman knocks down the first free throw. First points of the Blue Jays and the Elmhurst Blue Jays in this second half. Lippman's second free throw is good as well. She's got 15 on the game, including a couple of steals as well. Haddix looking for Teroff on the far side, looking for an open target, finds Williams at the top of the key. Swing it around to the near baseline. That's Haddix. Haddix driving towards her right, puts a layup, and it's good. Mackenzie Haddix already has 5 in the half, 8 on the game. Dump down low to McMahon, and Fiona McMahon once again on the score sheet. McMahon only has 6 points. She had 23 in yesterday's win over Greenville, including 9 rebounds. Not the case today. She's only played 9 minutes so far in the game. She's got 2 personal fouls, and she got them early in the first half, which forced her to the bench. Haddix driving to her right once again. This time, layup is good again. Mackenzie Haddix. Blue Jays and Elmhurst cannot find a way to stop Haddix early in the second half, and looks like perhaps for defensive purposes, Kayla Jones about to check in. Kristen Armentrout looking to check in for Westminster as well. Jump stop over to McMahon, now over to Monroe. Now at the top of the key, Swanson for 3. It's long, off the back iron, rebound to Westminster, looking to continue this run. Only down by 12 now. Haddix once again, almost an and one, but the ball dribbles out. Foul charge to Katie Swanson, her second. Timeout taken by Elmhurst as Westminster has gone on a 9-4 run to start this second half and cut the Elmhurst lead to 12. So glad you're watching us here at R.A. Fagnall Hall. Elmhurst women's basketball on Blue Jay TV. My name's Luke Tanaka. Obviously excited as always to bring you all the action. And thank you also. Just begging for some attention over here is our technical director, Phil Petrusik, who we all know and love. And I'd like to, before we go on during this timeout, give a shout out to him and also Greg Rousseau, who did a great job at the football game yesterday. I failed to mention them after the end of the football game, and I apologize for that and would like to acknowledge their great work now, as Greg obviously had to be up in the cold top of the press box, and that's never a good assignment when you're on camera work on top of the press box. So shout out to both Greg and Phil for their great work yesterday, and now Phil today for his great work today on the broadcast here on Blue Jay TV. Coming to you live from R.A. Fagnall Hall, Elmhurst women's basketball. Elmhurst leading 47-35, 17 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in the game. But Westminster coming out strong out of the halftime timeout. 9-4 run to start this second half. And Mackenzie Haddix will look to continue that run as she has 2 shots. She already has 7 points in the half. Not even 3 minutes in, and she's got 8. Haddix, first free throw is good. Haddix, second free throw with the large knee bend, and up is good. Claire Monroe. Here's Kayla Jones, who just recently checked in, perhaps for defensive purposes. Eppert and McMahon in the front court for the Blue Jays. Jones, Swanson, and Monroe. Outlet pass to Swanson for 3. It's good. Katie Swanson. Check out this outlet pass from Fiona McMahon down low. And this is what happens when you have one of the best big players in the conference. It's Fiona McMahon. She can find the open target as well. Great passer, and the assist. Give the assist to McMahon, the 3 to Swanson. The Blue Jays back up to a 17-point lead. Teroff was looking for Haddix to split out towards half court. Instead, she tried to move in off a screen, and the pass was well wild. Claire Monroe inbounded it to Katie Swanson. New point guard for the Blue Jays, replacing last year's senior starter, Karen Sinet. Jones dribbling from the elbow, rolls around and in. Kayla Jones, 2 more to her credit. She's got 6. Blue Jays lead is extended to 17 once again. Check that, 15. 52-37. Mackenzie Haddix, star for Westminster, but she throws that one away. Here's Eppert, the freshman. Dribbling strong with her right hand, gets blocked by Goins. 3rd foul for Tyler Goins. That's 3 for Goins and 3 for Williams. So a full timeout will be taken by Westminster. And I like to take this full timeout to talk a little bit. If you saw a little bit of the warm-up or perhaps some of the jerseys, you're looking at those 22 jerseys on your screen right now. Those are in honor of Lauren Hill. Lauren Hill is a freshman basketball player at Mount St. Joseph College, a Division III college in Cincinnati, Ohio. And Lauren Hill was a very good player in high school, ready to start her college career, but then diagnosed with an incurable form of brain cancer. And so Lauren Hill has become a rallying cry for cancer survivors and cancer supporters everywhere, as Lauren Hill can't do much. She doesn't have very long to live, but she was able to fulfill her dream of playing in a college game and making a collegiate basket in front of many supporters, including none other than the legendary coach Pat Summitt, who was in attendance at her game. They held the game at Xavier University in Cincinnati, and they sold it out in about 2 hours, maybe even less. But she was able to make her basket. She had 4 points in Mount St. Joseph's first game. She had to practice a left-handed free throw because the brain cancer weakened her right side. So obviously, thoughts go out to Lauren Hill and her entire family, and both sides of the Blue Jays are supporting her with warm-up T-shirts and probably will be all season. Couple of shots as we're back to the action. Couple Elmhurst shots gone awry, but another chance for the Blue Jays of Elmhurst in the light blue, going from left to right. There's an inlet pass to Eppert, who couldn't quite handle it, but McMahon was there to clean up the garbage that was left on the floor. Here's Kayla Jones from the corner for 3. No good. Rebound to Goins, and Goins will get out running. Westminster looking to run. Goins looking for some help. We'll find it in Haddix. Haddix finds Teroff. Armentrout, Goins, but Eppert is called for a foul. That is going to be her third. And Eppert will head out, replaced by Melanie Schwertman. Second team foul for the Elmhurst Blue Jays in this first half, or second half, I should say, excuse me. Offensive foul. So Westminster turns it over. Remember, they had 16 turnovers in that first half that led to 19 Elmhurst points off turnovers. And as we also mentioned, remember the second chance points on the last drive for Elmhurst, as there's a nice inlet pass to Schwertman, up and in. Give the assist to Kayla Jones. Great inlet pass from Kayla Jones. Schwertman's got 8, and the Blue Jays lead is back up to 17. Tyler Goins trying to drive on Jones, going to her right. No basket. The foul was called on the floor. Westminster wanted the basket as well, but will not get it as the foul was on the floor. Kayla Jones' second foul and the team's third of the half. Claire Monroe active on defense against Haddix, and once again, an elbow this time from Goins. That's her fourth. So you got to almost think for sure she's going to check out, and she does. Seeing her first action of the game, Bailey Mitchell, number 12. She'll be on Schwertman, and we'll see if the Blue Jays try to go after that matchup, and they do. Here's Schwertman driving to her left. Lays it up and in, tough shot with the left hand, no good. Rebound down to Armentrout. Layup, tough layup from Haddix. Almost gets it to go, but it was a little too long. It was a scoop layup with the right hand that just couldn't quite fall. Kayla Jones, shot fake, dribble to her left. Shot with the right hand is short. Rebound is controlled by Zalis of Westminster. 54-37. Elmhurst Blue Jays over the Westminster Blue Jays. 13 minutes, 45 seconds to go. And 15 on the shot clock in the second half. Too many steps. Zalis traveled. The officiating crew today, Nick Lucero, Bobatile and John Hirschberger. Swanson will dribble it up slowly, setting up the offense. It's Schwartman, McMahon, Monroe, Jones. And now Monroe from the corner is good. Claire Monroe extends the Blue Jay lead to 20. Their largest lead of the game. 57-37. Elmhurst over Westminster. Driving to her right. Teroff pulls up. Well long. That's an air ball. Rebound, Kayla Jones. Elmhurst looking to push. Finding Schwartman. Backing in. Left-handed layup is no good. Almost got her own rebound. But Armentrout controlled it. Now running is Westminster. Open player. Tried to get the bounce pass to her, but nice play by Kayla Jones. To stop the opportunity as she tried to find Zalis on the far side. Gruber and Samuels check in. McMahon and Teroff heading out. So Fiona McMahon will take a sheet. She only has 6 points, but the 2 fouls making it tough on Tethnic Carrillo to keep her in the game and perhaps giving her some rest as she played a lot of minutes yesterday. Scoring 23 as Zalis hits the runner. Andrea Zalis has 8. Swanson trying to find Samuels down low. Instead, Jones for 3, and Kayla Jones. She's got 9 as we check it out on the replay. Just finding Jones on the outside. Westminster defense sucking in to help guard the forwards. Samuels and Schwartman leaves Kayla Jones open for 3. Again, the biggest lead of the night for the Blue Jays. It's a 21-point advantage. Haddock stepped on the baseline. Another turnover for Westminster. Turnovers have killed them in this game. Hannah Littman checks in for Swanson. Smolzinski back in for Westminster. Monroe will take over the point guard duties as Swanson sits. Here's Schwartman. Thought about the shot and thought better of it. Samuels now at the top of the key. Foul will be on Littman. She's the one who hit the deck. But she will be called for the foul. Her second. Team's 4th. 11:45 remaining. Elmhurst with a comfortable 21-point lead over Westminster. Driving to her right is Haddix. Crossing over, looking for the shot. She gets it, and she's fouled by Monroe. That'll just be the first foul charged on Monroe. Her first, the team's 5th. Monroe's got 10 points on the night. And a swish on the free throw from Haddix. Haddix already has 10. Make it 11 in this half. Team high 14 for her. As we haven't seen Casey Gatson, who led the Westminster Blue Jays in the first half with 11 points. Haven't seen her yet in this half. Almost halfway through it. Kayla Jones. Controlling at the top here, Littman out to Monroe. Monroe, somebody fell down, so Monroe's open for 3. It's no good, but the offensive rebound, Hannah Littman. Elmhurst had the rebounding advantage in the first half, 13-15. Elmhurst also had 8 offensive rebounds to Westminster's 3. Michaela Eppard checking back in. And speaking of Gatson, there she is for Westminster. She checks in along with Williams. Armentrout and Haddix will take seats. Remember, Haddix 13 points to lead the team, but right behind her is Gatson with 11 first half points to lead Westminster for Casey Gatson, I should say. Now Jones for 3, no good. Rebound, battled for and controlled by Eppard. Another offensive board for Elmhurst. Gotta say, offensive boards and turnovers have been the key in this game, and Elmhurst has dominated both aspects. As that one's a almost turnover, but Eppard picks it up. Monroe dribbling out to Eppard. Eppard driving to her right, puts it up, and it rolls just out, but she'll go to the line for 2. Check it out on the replay. Crazy sequence. Eppert ends up with it, finds Monroe, and then Monroe returns the favor back to Eppert, who drives and almost gets that one to go, but instead, the freshman will go to the line for two, misses the front end. 60-41, Elmhurst with the advantage over Westminster. 62 with that free throw. Eppert now has 6 in the contest. Zales working on Jones, picks up her dribble, looking for some help. Hook foul probably on Williams. We'll check it. Yep, it's going to be Williams' 4th. And that's 2 forwards for Westminster that are in all sorts of foul trouble. Danielle Williams, number 44, has 4. And Tyler Goins, number 32, both starting forwards, both have 4 fouls. All sorts of foul trouble for Westminster. 5th team foul of the half for those Blue Jays. Hannah Littman trying to drive. Back to Kayla Jones. Playing catch. Here's Samuels. Down low to Eppert. Eppert lays it up and in. Another nice entry pass by the Blue Jays. Michaela Eppert, the beneficiary of this one, as you see. Samuels. Eppert able to get good position. And now Eppert with the steal, almost. Eppert almost had the steal there, but it rolled off her fingertips and out of bounds. Back to Westminster, just over the halfway point in the second half. Elmhurst leading by 22, their largest lead of the afternoon. Here's Zales looking inside, good inlet pass, and the easy lay-in for Smolsky. First points of the game for Danielle Smolzinski. Cuts the Elmhurst lead to 20. Driving was Littman, and she took too many steps, says the referee on the far side. Checking in for her first action of the game is Brittany Morris, number 34. Westminster bringing up the floor. Need to make a run soon here. Could have started with that shot, but it was just off the mark by Gadsden. Gadsden does not have a point in the second half. She had 11 in the first. Eppert sets the screen. They switch well, does Westminster. Kayla Jones driving to her right. Floater in the lane. No good. Rebound, Zales. Outlet pass. Gadsden looking to go coast to coast, and she does. Gadsden bounces off of the defender and lays it up and in for her first points of the second half. She's got 13, tied for the team lead with Mackenzie Haddix. Inlet pass to Samuels was a little too far. A couple players battling for it, but the player who ended up with it was Gruber, and she stepped on the baseline. Katie Swanson, Fiona McMahon back in for Elmhurst. Haddix and Teroff back in for Westminster. Westminster going small now, and perhaps bringing in McMahon once again to counter that are the Blue Jays. Eppert again, Michaela Eppert. She's got 8. Freshman having her best performance of the season, better than yesterday's performance. 8 points for her. Wild shot is no good from Danielle Smolzinski. Here's McMahon at the top of the key. Wide open, but not going to take the 3. Here's Littman. Cross-court pass to Summerlin. Driving to her right. Summerlin has a lane, takes the floater, and it's good. Kayla Summerlin gets on the score sheet. She's got her first 2 points of the game, and the Blue Jays lead is stretched out to 22 again. Gadsden driving, finds Teroff for 3. No good. Rebound battled for, won by Smolzinski, and then the outlet pass to Brittany Morris, but she couldn't quite convert. Ball will stay with Westminster, however. Boy, Brittany Morris had a nice, easy layup there. Great pass by Smolzinski, but just couldn't quite convert on the layup. Perhaps looking for some contact, hit a little too hard. Here is Smolzinski driving to her right, looking for a shot. Double teamed by both Elmhurst forwards. Elmhurst looking for a travel, didn't get it. Haddix driving, throwing up a wild shot, battling for the rebound with Eppard. Both end up on the floor, and we have a whistle. And it'll be a jump ball called. Alternate possession, and the possession arrow pointing towards Elmhurst. And timeout will be taken by the Blue Jays. So leaders in this half. How about Mackenzie Haddix? She's got 11 in the half, 14 on the game to lead Westminster. Hannah Littman has 2 in the half. She had 13 in the first half. She's got 15 to lead all scorers. Monroe has 10 for the Blue Jays. And just Casey Gatson, 13. Hannah Littman, 15. Claire Monroe, 10. Michaela Eppard, freshman, second leading scorer for the Blue Jays with 10. During the timeout, one more shout out. We have heard that the grandparents of Michaela Eppard watching her second ever college game. Marv and Jan Eppard in Minnesota. Thank you for tuning in to this game on Blue Jay TV. Steals, Claire Monroe, Michaela Eppard, Courtney Spencer. They all have 2. Rebounds, Andrea Zales leads everybody with 8. Fiona McMahon, the leader for the Blue Jays, even though she hasn't played very many minutes. Still the leader for the Blue Jays with 5 rebounds. Eppard right there with her with 4. Assists, Katie Swanson, Hannah Littman lead everybody and their team Elmhurst with 4 apiece. Kenzie Haddix has 2 assists for Westminster. As we're back underway with Katie Swanson bringing it up the floor. Fiona McMahon only played 15 minutes, but she's got 6 points and 5 rebounds in those 15 minutes. Been in foul trouble. Here is McMahon. Swing pass to Summerlin for 3. It's good. Kayla Summerlin. That's one of the players that Technic Carrillo talked about in their season preview. One of the players that really needs to step up as a sharpshooter for the Blue Jays after they lost Karen Sinnett to graduation last year, an all-conference guard. Summerlin showing up in the second half. She's got 5 in the half, 5 in the last few minutes. 6 minutes and 45 remaining. McMahon got a hand on that one, and Summerlin able to collect it. 70-45 lead, largest lead of the afternoon for Elmhurst, 25-point lead. Summerlin looking for McMahon. What a great entry pass, and McMahon with a right-handed lay-in. 8 points for Fiona McMahon as we watch it one more time. Swanson will find Summerlin on the near side. And then easy entry pass to McMahon. A tough shot, double guarded by McMahon, but she's tall enough to get around everybody. Brittany Morris's wild lay-in is no good. McMahon defended well, and the rebound goes to Hannah Littman on the far side. Littman setting up the offense, getting a screen from Eppard, now finding Katie Swanson. That pass was ill-advised as there were 3 defenders all around Fiona McMahon, and it was stolen by Smolzinski. Looking for Morris. Once again, Morris will have an opportunity to get on the board, and it's just short. Rebound to Eppard. Ties her for the team lead with 5. Blue Jays cruising, leading by 27, 72-45 over Westminster. Hannah Littman driving to her left, finds Swanson in the corner for 3. Katie Swanson. Swanson has 8. And we have an official's timeout. Subs will come in. Courtney Spencer checking in. Melanie Schwartman also for Elmhurst. Danielle Williams with her 4 fouls will check in, as will Zales. Fiona McMahon will sit. McMahon just 17 minutes in the game, but she's got 8 points and 5 rebounds. Perhaps allowing her to rest after she played many minutes in yesterday's game against Greenville. Drive is by Teroff. Lays a crazy shot up, but it's no good. McMahon yesterday played 28 minutes, 9 for 19 from the floor, leading all scorers with 23. Stolen. Gatson, bounce pass to Zales. Tried to get a shot off, but Spencer fouled her hard to limit the shot attempt and make sure there wasn't a 3-point play possibility. Courtney Spencer's second foul. 6th team foul for the Blue Jays, and Zales will head to the line for 2. First one rattles in and out. That's something else that has been something to look out for. 13 for 21 free throws for Westminster. As for the Elmhurst Blue Jays, how about 14 of 17? So free throw percentage heavily favoring Elmhurst, even though they made the same amount of free throws. Westminster hasn't been able to convert on the 5 extra ones that they've had over the Blue Jays. Inlet pass to Schwartman, blocked by Williams. Then the shot wildly thrown up by Eppert, who couldn't quite get it to go. Surprised Eppert didn't come down, contain herself, and then put it up. Crossover by Haddix, finds Teroff on the near side. Running lay-in is no good. Danielle Williams finds the rebound. Thrown back up by Zales and in. Andrea Zales. She's got 10 now on the game. Inlet pass to Eppert once again. She's fouled hard. Some nice sportsmanship by Haddix to pick her back up off the floor. Haddix now has 3. Leading scorer for these Westminster Blue Jays with 14 in the contest. Eppert will have 2 free throws. She struggled from the line so far today, but makes that one. With this free throw, Eppert would make double digits. She makes the second one. Second one is up. It is good, and Michaela Eppert, first time she's hit double digits in her Elmhurst career. Just her second game, 10 points for her. After 5 in the first half, she's now got 5 in the second half. 4 minutes remain in this game. Elmhurst with a comfortable 77-48 lead. Scramble on the floor for the ball. Jump ball, possession arrow. Favors Westminster as Erica Johnson checks back in. Replacing Eppert, who will take a seat. Armin Trout back in. She'll replace Danielle Williams, who hobbles a little bit off. Perhaps twisting an ankle in that pile. She will be attended to by the training staff on that side of the court. As here's Armin Trout battling with Schwartman, fell down and was able to draw the foul. Schwartman's got 3. It's the 7th team foul of the half for Elmhurst. A lot fewer fouls for both teams in the second half as the first free throw from Armin Trout is rattled around and in. Katie Swanson will check out. Swanson, 8 points, 4 assists, as Armin Trout's second free throw is up and good. 77-50, Elmhurst. Under 4 minutes to play. Bounce pass to Schwartman at the top of the key, sends it to the far side. And Summerlin coming up to get it, recently checked in, Tiara Fitzpatrick. Setting a screen, and now here's Erica Johnson from just beyond the free throw line. It's off the mark. She goes over to try to cut off Haddix, but Haddix is off and running. A 3-on-2. Finds Zales. Zales with one dribble, and the lay-in is good. Andrea Zales. Outlet pass to Johnson on the other end. Johnson lays it up. It's short. Rebound to Teroff. Finds Haddix, but good active hands by Courtney Spencer to stop that fast break opportunity. And now we'll see many new players for Westminster. Mitchell, Gones, Gruber back in. Here's Armin Trout. Outlet pass to Gones, who takes a long 3 from the corner. No good. Actually, checked out. It was Bailey Mitchell taking the 3. Off the mark. Rebound to Johnson. Here's Johnson at the top of the key. Was open, but did not take the shot. Nice inlet pass to Schwartman, and it's good. Boy, you've seen that a lot as you see it. Check it out on the replay. Swing it from one side to the other. To the weak side, find the open target. One of the forwards, doesn't matter. Could be Schwartman, could be Eppert, could be McMahon. Whoever it is, it's going to be an easy lay-in for them if the pass is on target, and it was there. Gatson driving to her left, looking for the wild floater is no good, but she got fouled and will go to the line for 2. Summerlin's first foul, 8th team foul. Gatson to the free throw line, and we'll take a look briefly at the schedule as Gatson's first free throw is good. Elmhurst will move to 2-0 on the season with this win, sweeping the games at the CCIW SLIAC Challenge. Wednesday, they host UW Whitewater in what is a very crucial game as Gatlin's free throw is good. Last year, Blue Jays went up to nationally ranked Whitewater, led by double digits in the first half before getting outscored by a bunch in the second half and falling to those Warhawks by 14. So that'll be a big game for Elmhurst, as that's floater by Summerlin is no good. Rebound to Gruber, who lost it for a second but was able to regain possession. Gruber all the way down the floor, looking to go coast to coast. And it'll be a blocking foul on Fitzpatrick, who shifted her right leg into the path of Gruber. Elmhurst fans didn't like the call. Schwertman heading out for Samuels. Just over 2 minutes to play. Continuing with that Elmhurst schedule we were talking about as Gruber heads to the stripe. Finishing out November, Elmhurst will host Wartburg. Their first 4 games are at home before traveling to Coe College on the 25th. First free throw from Gruber was good. Then in December, they finish up the non-conference slate with many road games. Second free throw from Gruber is good as well. 79-56, Elmhurst. 23-point lead. They led by as much as 29 in the game. Summerlin looks to the near side of Fitzpatrick, driving to her right, and a foul. 2 shots on the continuation as a blocking foul will be charged on Gatson. Fitzpatrick will head to the line looking for her first points of the game. Looking back at the Elmhurst schedule, Blue Jays will go back to Iowa in early December to face Loras College, then host Beloit on the 6th. Fitzpatrick's free throw is good. They'll travel to IIT on the 15th before going down to Georgia for the Oglethorpe University Classic on the 19th and 20th. Second free throw from Fitzpatrick is good, and she is in the scorebook. 2 points on those 2 free throws. And the Blue Jays to Aurora before opening up CCIW play in January on January 3rd by hosting Wheaton College. CCIW always tough, and this year will be no exception. 2 teams ranked inside the top 25. Offensive foul. Armin Trout was charged with the foul. Blue Jay bench fired up for that one. As in your screen, you can see the Elmhurst men's team starting to line up. They will face Westminster next. Second part of our 2-part doubleheader between Elmhurst and Westminster. This is Summerlin from the corner. It's no good, but the offensive rebound, Erica Johnson, and Erica Johnson is in the scorebook. First 2 points for her on the day extends the Elmhurst lead 83-56 with just over a minute remaining. Armin Trout, layup is a little too strong. Summerlin looking to get out on the break. Summerlin has Erica Johnson. The bounce past her is low, but Johnson does a great job of controlling that tough pass and laying it in for 2 more. Check out the replay here. Summerlin on the drive, has Johnson. Tough pass, but Johnson able to control it. Turning, spinning around was Goins. Couldn't quite get it to go. Rebound to Erica Johnson with 37 seconds remaining. Fitzpatrick on the near side. Skip pass to Johnson. As Elmhurst will wind down these final seconds. Shot clock still on, so they will have to take a shot. It's going to be Samuels. Stopping the clock here. As the clock was not stopped as the basket was made, so they'll add a couple of ticks just to be certain. But the CCIW always tough, and one of the things that Tetnik Carrillo talked about in the preview was that they wanted to get some tough games on their schedule in the non-conference portion to be able to prepare themselves for the rugged CCIW schedule. 2 teams, Carthage and Wheaton, both ranked In the latest D3 national poll, 19th and 20th respectively are Wheaton and Carthage. With 10, with 9, Gatson with 7. Gatson, offensive foul with 6. So one final play and one final foul for Westminster. It's been a tough day for them, as they've really struggled with the turnovers in today's game. Elmhurst will go wire to wire as they defeat Westminster 87-56 is the final score. Go through some stats for you. Field goal percentage, not too much of a disparity. 46% for Elmhurst, 40.5% for Westminster. 3-pointers made, though, that's a big percentage difference. 7 for 18 for Elmhurst, 2 for 11 for Westminster. Rebounds, Elmhurst had a 6-rebound advantage, including 7 on the offensive glass. Elmhurst led for the entire game after making the first basket with 14 seconds into the game. Largest lead. It will be the end of the game as Elmhurst led by 22 at one point in the contest. Fiona McMahon only played 17 minutes, had 8 points and 5 rebounds. Leader, 15 for Hannah Lippman. She also added 5 assists and 3 rebounds to go along with it. As for Westminster, leading scorer Mackenzie Haddix with 14. Check that, actually. Casey Gatson had 15. Mackenzie Haddix had 14. Andrea Zales had 13. That's it for Elmhurst women's basketball. 20 minutes of a break, and then we'll be back. Elmhurst men's basketball faces Westminster next on Blue Jay TV. 87-56, the final. Elmhurst women defeat Westminster and move to 2-0. Thank you for joining us. Hope you continue to join us for Elmhurst men's basketball. That's next on Blue Jay TV.